Okay, let's get into the reveal here, the numbers that you guys decided to go with this week. And you put a hook on every single game, so there are no pushes. And I want, like, it's a late game, but what number I can probably guess here, but what number did you guys decide to go with on the Cowboys and Chargers?
The Chargers, we use 2.5, and there's certainly a lot of threes out there. And the reason we did that, guys, is that, we're kind of gauging on what we're seeing, where the movement is so far, and we're seeing the Cowboys are, taking slightly more money right now. So 2.5 was the number we settled on.
Well, Rams Colts. Was that 4.5, or did you go 3.5?
We use 3.5, and then the game is certainly trending to 4, as we could see. And so there could be many 4s out there by game time.
The big Sunday night game, Mahomes' own Lamar Jackson, so many injuries with the Ravens. And then you had, look-ahead line, and they said, oh, boy, the Ravens blow a 14-point lead and lose out here against the Raiders. How about the big Sunday night marquee game?
How about 3.5, guys? And maybe we should use, because this game's going to see 4, but we certainly can't make a 4.5 now. But but what we're seeing on the early action, it's been all Chiefs. I mean, no Ravens money at all at this point.
Yeah, not a surprise after what we watched on Monday night. What'd you go with Bills Dolphins?
We used Bills 3.5. That's pretty much solid right now. That's probably where that game, I don't see that game going much higher than that. Could even come back down to 3.
Okay. One other marquee game I wanted to ask you, then you can take it away with the rest of them. I'm going to get, okay, again, I'll guess you went Steelers 5.5, not 6.5 against the Raiders.
We used 5.5. That's right.
5.5.
We did not go any higher than that. We are seeing more Steeler money early. So I think 5.5 is right. And there's going to certainly be some Raiders support. There was some Raiders support last week. I don't see why the public won't back them again here, possibly money line also.
I was going to say, how popular was that game on Monday night? The overall right on the Raiders-Ravens, was it huge?
Yeah, it really was. We had a ton of Raider money on the money line. I went to that game, guys. It was quite bizarre. First of all, the surroundings outside were, I've seen figures that I've never seen before in my life, people dressed up as who knows what they were. And then the Raiders shirts, I honestly saw 7. Out of 61,000, I saw 7 Raven shirts.
Johnny, if you can, tell DraftKings so we can get the touchdown end zone booth for about 60,000. If they can pull that out, we'll have a good time. That'll be a lot. I'll get the tip, Johnny.
I like the way you're thinking, Pauly.
Okay,
I do.
Well, they should be able to take care of that one. There are like 3 or 4 games here I want to call prisoner of the moment games. Patriots 5.5, and also, what did you do with the Minnesota-Arizona game? Because Minnesota lost to the Bengals and were down 14 in the second half, and Arizona took a sledgehammer to Tennessee. So how high did you go on that game?
Well, the Patriots, we used 5.5, and we just talked about that game. Certainly, what we saw out of the Patriots was a good game, just as unfortunately made an error at the end. The Cardinal game, we used 4.5. It's that we on the look ahead line, early line, we used 2.5 in that game. So, between the Arizona's great performance last week and Minnesota's so-so, that was the push up to 4.5, and I think that's probably going to end up holding.
Okay, how about Denver? Teddy Bridgewater looked great, and Jacksonville was humiliated by the Texans, who are supposed to be the worst team in the league. What do you make Denver at Jacksonville?
Denver, we made 6.5. There's not a whole lot of 6.5s out there right now. It's pretty much 6. But 6.5, I think they're going to be a popular choice again. I think Denver, between our state of Colorado, Wyoming, who we bought on board, we're going to see a lot of money on the network on the Broncos, and why not? After week 1, they look pretty good.
Okay, Johnny, go ahead. The rest of the games, please. Go ahead and just tell us what the numbers are.
The Washington football team, that's the Thursday night game. We opened 3.5, a little higher than the 3s are out there. 49ers, 3.5. The Browns, 12.5.
Okay.
This is a game I believe will end up probably going higher to 13. Saints, 3.5. Bears, 2.5. The Bucks 12.5. That's another game. Probably see 13 or 13.5. Seahawks 5.5, and the Packers 11.5. There's none of those we're seeing yet, but most likely being an isolated game, it'll probably get there.